1 John 3:16 must be one of the most stunning verses in the Bible. This is how we know what love is. It's a stunning verse. Finish this sentence. This is how we know what love is. It's one of the most pressing questions of our culture. How do we know what love is? Where can we find love? What does it look like? It's a massive question. And here's another, whatever your faith stance might be, how can I know that God loves me? I'm a sinner. How can I know that God loves me? I suffer. How can I know that God loves me? This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us. And this is meant to answer both questions. Here is the shape of love. Here is the pattern of love. And here is how you can know that God loves you. Let's think about the second one first. Here's how you can know that God loves you. Though we are sinners, though we suffer in all kinds of suffering in this world, we can know that God loves us because 2,000 years ago, God came among us as one of us and laid down his life for us. What we're celebrating today on Good Friday. There's a lot riding on that little word for. It means both as a substitute and as a representative. A substitute, Jesus gave his life to spare mine. My sin had deserved death, but Jesus died in my place. And representative, Jesus' death is acceptable as payment for the debt I owed. He was wounded for my transgressions. By his wounds, I am healed. How do I know that God loves me? He died for me, and it was all of love. Higher than the sky love, deeper than the ocean love, broader than the earth love. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us. But then there's the second half of the verse. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. It's love that saves and rescues, and love that transforms. We know God loves us because of the death of Jesus, and the death of Jesus is to be the pattern of our love for our neighbours. Loving others isn't something that we do as an act of charity. It's an imitation, a celebration of the love we've known in the death of Jesus for our sakes. He spent himself, and we are to spend ourselves for our neighbours. What stops us from loving others? We're too proud to love our neighbours, but Jesus humbled himself to death on a cross for our sakes. We're too busy to love our neighbours, by which we mean we're too important for that. But Jesus didn't let anything come ahead of his priority of giving himself in love for us. We're too frightened to love our neighbours, but the death of Jesus has secured our peace, our life, our future. There's no reason to fear. Truth that saves us, truth that shapes us. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our neighbours.